Okay, so I'm almost certain this chapter of Black Clover foreshadowed, and I know more or less if Dante is going to be defeated, which now it's looking more so like he is going to be defeated, and it's not going to be him walking away carrying Yami's big ass as he leaves the scene. I think this chapter for the most part gave us an idea of how he's going to be defeated, and I'm going to share that with you guys. You know, this is how you share information. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna share it with you guys today because this chapter, yet again, more badassery from Yami. Greatness. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dante ain't no slouch after this chapter neither, because we saw, like, fam, this is like some Majin Buu-esque type of shit. Like, legit gave me some certain Majin Buu vibes, mainly because of the regeneration, whatever. So he ain't no slouch by any means, but yet again, seeing more of Yami's greatness, seeing also what a man, this is a man, that is a man, when you can admit, yo, some shit is too much, fam, it's too much, that is a man. Yami, manly thing, you know what I'm saying, manly things is going down in Black Clover right now. The end of the chapter seems as though they're heading towards the final battle, and to be honest with you, this chapter, yet again, it changed my mind on how I thought this was all going to play out. We're going to talk about it. I guess without further ado, baby, let's jump into that Black Clover greatness. I seriously can't get over admiring that panel, that final panel with Asta Yami. Oh my gosh, Tabata, like, oh, it looks so freaking cool. Let's do it, baby.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be, though.
So Black Clover chapter 257 picks up from where the last one left off. Now, to be honest with you, I don't think there was anybody that thought, oh my god, this is it, this is over. As cool as that thrusting was that Yami was doing to Dante that left him without a torso, you know, it kind of left him a little speechless there, fam. I didn't expect for it to be over by a long shot. I thought that Yami was still going to have his hands filled with the next chapter, but damn, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't expect like this giant character redesign and shit. I mean, maybe I should have, but shit looked crazy. Because it starts off with Yami saying a badass line, but you could tell off the bat, like, yo, Tabata really loves Yami. He makes Yami the coolest motherfucker you've ever met in your life. Like, this dude is that dude. Like, he starts off like apologizing, like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to rip you to shreds, fam. It's just, you know, you had that target on your body. Like, I couldn't resist. I'm like, oh, Tabata, you make this guy too fucking badass. He is too bad. Bro. And Dante, which by the way, that panel of him, the close-up of his face looks so freaking creepy and sick. He starts going off on a tangent that no human in existence can take him out. It's obvious. And I mean, at the end of the day, look, Yami gave it with all. And as hyped up as Yami's been, and as hyped up as even Dante has hyped him up, because Dante's been hyped over this man too. He's been like admiring how awesome, how strong, all of that jazz. So to see that even he couldn't, I felt as though maybe it confirmed some things that he's already kind of suspected and speculated in terms of like, nobody can take me out, fam. I'm that dude. Because he goes off on a rant like, oh, no one in existence. I'm just the shit, fam. Oh my god. And we get into his innate body magic, because he essentially starts regenerating even after it's only his head with a little bit of his neck and his arms and legs, and he turns into this giant nasty monster looking motherfucker. And I'm like, god damn, like, I ain't gonna lie, what the hell, what are we working with here now? Because he looks like a straight up creature, a monster. Like, I don't even know what the hell to describe it as. But yeah, kind of like a deadly form. Like, imagine what I get from this is, because I always thought, like, when we were introduced to Majin Buu, and I remember back in those days, and I'm sorry to jump off on a tangent to Dragon Ball from Black Clover, but yeah, we're doing it, so it is what it is. Majin Buu, I thought he was gonna come out and have like this really cool design, look like a beast, a monster and shit like that. He came out like some pink gummy looking motherfucker. Dante has a really cool design, and now he looks like an absolute creature. He looks like a berserk apostle type of looking motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So I can't shit on it. It just looks like now he really is embodying what it would look like to be a demon. Like, if he already kind of looked a little bit like, oh, okay, weird with the lines on his face, whatever, now he looks straight up like an absolute monster and a creature. And this is where it changes my mind. To be honest with you, I don't know if maybe Tabata changed his mind at some given point, because I was very, very convinced that in this battle, it was going to end up with Dante dragging Yami away. I thought it was going to end that way and whatnot. And also with, like, you know, how he was spitting game at Vanessa and all that shit. Now, I don't see it going that way at all. Because first of all, like his design now, he doesn't look really all that human anymore. So what is this big Berkey motherfucker gonna try and climb on Vanessa? Like, how's that gonna work? So I don't know. I think maybe in the beginning Tabata had an idea of how he was going to play this out. And after like we went into that whole battle with Varnica and Mimosa, well, Mimosa ain't do shit, but you know that battle in particular, I think Tabata changed his mind and decided to go a different route. I think that's why we ended up now with Giganto monster looking motherfucker instead of the suave debonair character design that Dante initially had, is because he's not winning this one. And it would be a change of pace because you got to think Xenon won against the Golden Dawn, Varnica won against the people of the Heart Kingdom and managed to drag away Lord of Pachika. Dante winning, don't get me wrong, it would be insane and it would be like, well, fuck, there's no hope against the Dark Tribe. But you gotta think about it. If a captain that has broken his limits can't take this dude out, even with help, which we'll get to that in a second, then yo, what ass pulls are we gonna need in order to defeat the Dark Triad? Because he starts breaking it down. I won't die, I won't age, I'll keep regenerating it, you can't stop me. Which those powers, I always feel a certain way about regenerative powers. I say it in every manga, I'm not the biggest fan, because it feels like it's a chore now to how the hell do we stop them. Which, don't get me wrong, this chapter I feel again kind of leaked, spoiled, whatever, the secret to defeating Dante. And again, we'll get to it in a second, but it's still like, oh, okay, he can regenerate, and he can regenerate very, very well. But you gotta think, well, if he can regenerate, where's the nucleus? Where's the part that is allowing him to do it? It's probably not gonna be in his hands and feet. He lost all of this part of his body down here, so what is it? Yeah, again, we'll get into it. Because even Yami says that this dude ain't human anymore, and Dante even comments of how ugly he feels. He's like, oh, I feel so ugly, like, oh. Like, fam, you supposed to be badass. Why are you commenting like, I'm not a pretty boy anymore? No. Because Yami then hits him with another death thrust kill, and I'm just like, fam, it's not working. Because dude keeps on regenerating, and right here is where we get, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, I'll say it when it comes to fruition of however this plays out, but this is right here where I feel Dante spoils the secret to defeating him. Because he again goes off on a tangent and says, even if by some chance or through some miracle, someone with aptitude, someone exquisitely trained were to run a blade through my throat, even in the end I would crush everything and win. Let's re-examine that regarding run a blade through my fucking throat, which means that that's more than likely the secret to defeating him. Oh, hey, what do you know? Who's the guy that just got up? What does he have in his hand? Oh shit, he has a fucking blade. More than likely the secret to defeating this dude is instead of like a tighten, the nape of the neck is going to be straight up through his throat. That's how you defeat him. Potentially, again, that's probably the nucleus. Everything that regenerates him is right in this motherfucker right here, and that's how they're going to be able to stop him. And with Asta getting up, they're going to need a tag team. Maybe it would be really, really sick, and I highly doubt Tabata would do this, and I'd be destroyed at the same time if he did do it. But what if it's some type of Goku Raditz situation where Yami grabs Dante and Asta has to drive that fucking sword through Dante's neck, and also it pierces Yami. Again, really, really dark. Not gonna happen. Would be really sick though, just saying. And again, I really wouldn't want it to happen at the same time. Like, no, not Yami. Kill somebody else. Hey, Finroll, what are you doing over there? Because then Dante slashes Yami, and Asta attempts to get up. He's struggling. He's like, oh no, because don't forget, like a gajillion chapters ago, he got his ass kicked after he went into that big hulking demon form, and yeah, Dante put him on his ass. But seemingly, again, I mean, it's been enough time. How fucking much time do you need, fam? Just get the fuck up. Because Yami pulls a manly moment. It takes a real man. It takes a extraordinary man to realize when, yo, I can't. He actually, in a sense, admits defeat in terms of a one-on-one. After everything that's happened, the death thrust, everything, him regenerating constantly, Yami's like, yo, I can't do it by myself. Hey, you over there, Squirt, Asta, get the fuck up, I need you. And I'm like, that takes a real man to rely on your student at that. And it feels like a throwback to like early on in the series where Asta felt like, oh my god, yes, I get to work with the captain and he needs me and shit like that. Like, that was a really fucking dope moment. Because he tells Asta, I can't win this one without you. Like, you know, join me. And Asta says, yes, sir. And they get that epic freaking moment at the end, that double spread of Asta and Yami together, staring down Dante for the climax of this battle as well. This is going to be interesting because this fight right here is going to shape up how everything is going to moving forward. Now, to be honest with you, I think that one of the ace up their sleeves of the Nation of Spade is the fact that I don't really believe Dante is the leader. I truly believe Xenon is the leader. So even if Dante dies right now, while it'll change certain aspects in terms of leadership, Xenon is still going to be the dude. That's just how I feel. Maybe I'm off or whatever, but I feel as though Dante is just a self-proclaimed ruler, self-proclaimed king, and Xenon is really the guy behind the scenes that runs shit. Maybe I'm off, but I don't know. Also, again, I feel as though Tabata changed his mind. I truly believe initially he was going to get dragged away, similar to William Vangeance, similar to, you know, what we've seen thus far, Lord of Chica, and for whatever reason, I think he changed his mind. Maybe, again, maybe I could be off, but I do think that Dante is going to be defeated by Asta hitting him in the neck with a sword, because you gotta think, if he slashes him with it, not only is that his weakness, but also that's an anti-magic sword that Asta's rocking, so it'll be a double whammy to Dante if Asta's able to do it, and I think with Yami by his side, grabbing him and shit like that, that'll be the way they defeat him. But will Yami go down alongside with him, or what could happen? Because what about the demons inside of them? Will Lucifero come out at some given point and take control, and they'll really be fucked, and it'll be all for nothing anyway? Like, you defeat this dude, Dante, but then Lucifero takes over, and shit, we got something even worse on our hands. But a very crazy chapter nonetheless, another awesome one, to be honest with you. Nothing breaking the mold per se, but I do feel as though there's a couple of elements again that was changed. I don't know if it's last minute, but you gotta remember, this fight was broken up. We had the initial battle with Asta versus Dante and Yami showing up, then it took a break to focus in on Vonica, then it came back to this, and I think somewhere in between there, Tabata decided to change his mind on the route this is going. But again, I'm curious what you guys think about all this. For starters, what do you think about the regenerative powers that this dude has, that Dante has? Do you think it's hacks? Do you think it's broken? How do you think it's going to all play out? Do you think that Dante is going to get the W? Do you think that he's going to be defeated? Do you think that what I said regarding Asta stabbing him in the neck or hitting him in the neck, whatever the case may be, is going to be the key to defeating him? Maybe Asta hits him in the neck, that right there immobilizes him because of the anti-magic, and then Yami's able to obliterate him, and he won't be able to regenerate because the anti-magic sword is on his neck. I think that's, now that I say that, that sounds exactly like how it's going to play out. Or am I off on that? Also, how do you think this is going to play in terms of the structure of it all? If Dante is defeated, where do you think they go to next? Because they still technically need Yami's power in order to open up the gates to Demon World. They got William Vangeance, they still need Yami, and if we're going to have like this massive demonic invasion, they still need that in order to do their whole tree plan to open up Demon World, which seems as though this arc, like I've said before in the past, it's inspired by the Sensui arc of Yu Yu Hakusho. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. And your overall thoughts and expectations for the Black Clover manga with chapter 258 and beyond. Where is it all going? Is Asta Yami gonna finally put this dude down? I'm looking forward to seeing it. Also, what do you think about the new design of Dante? That nasty creature looking motherfucker. Like, again, he looks like he belongs in Berserk now. Like, really creepy. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and goddamn, that last page still looks so freaking cool. Asta and Yami, let's go!
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace.